to the old school track
Hey,
from the tuna can
look,
days.
don't take much. Don't take much.
Hey,
Hey, don't take much. Hey,
hey.
hey.
He like, give me some head. Give me some head.
She clapping like
And
yeah.
y'all talk authentic. Straight
Hey.
talk every minute,
It's
every
not
minute.
even Filthy Friday,
Oh, oh.
but it
Hey,
is
hey,
Taco
hey, hey.
Tuesday.
Hey, y'all, it's your girl, Miss V, in the building live. Straight talk with Miss V. As straight as I can be, y'all know I'm going to always give it to you. Whether you want to hear it or not, I'll still tell the truth. All right, in the building today, I would say Nikki, but for the sake of professionalism, we'll say Missy Chunky.
Miss Nikki's good.
Miss Nikki in the building.
Yeah.
The whole government.
Yes, their whole government.
I'm sorry. Because you know how some people prefer their whole name
Nah.
in a very,
Nah,
but
nah,
I do.
'Cause they be
Big Tone
Googling
in
you.
the house
Yeah,
from a
yeah.
town
Look
where
like I
they
did.
don't say Strictly Dickly no more.
No.
Why you don't
What?
say
What?
that?
What?
They don't say it. I ain't heard that shit in
Oh,
years.
people.
What?
Because I don't think that all women are that. I think that was
Overwhelming majority of women in Baltimore kiss each other.
Ew. I'm sorry, not you. But
I'm
I'm
just
just
saying.
I'm a believer of it, Tom. I'm a believer of it.
It's
I'm
whatever.
a believer of it. Y'all can say what
You do you.
want to me.
Big Tone 10, Society 0.
Nikki, I'm gonna ask you to do me a favor.
Yes,
Take the
ma'am.
microphone and move it back. Just a little bit so that they can right now. We're gonna block the camera because we want to see that.
All right.
On Facebook.
I put on makeup today, y'all. All right.
All of your face.
Is this good?
All right, yes, ma'am.
All right.
Good. All right, today, well, let's get to know Miss Nikki first.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want to interview Miss Nikki on some of her multi-talented things?
Sure, give me 1 second as I get to the topic because I'll forget it.
Well, I'll get us to the topic if you go ahead and
Oh,
start.
all right, good. I ain't got to do that part.
All
so,
right.
tell YouTube, Facebook, Instagram a little bit about yourself and some of the things that you do and things you don't do.
Well, good morning, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I am Miss Nikki. Oh my goodness, just I would say I am a multi-career professional. I've done many things. My first love was music. As you can see, Miss B was playing that music. I was like, hey, I was in it. Old school stuff, right? Music. So I worked in radio for 12 years. I was literally when there used to be XM radio, and then there was Sirius Radio before they merged. I worked at XM Satellite Radio from the beginning for like the first 12 years. Like literally the first day they launched and went on air, I was there pushing buttons. And I'll never forget that experience because they were supposed to launch when 9/11 happened on that Tuesday. And when 9/11 happened, the launch got pushed back. So my radio career started with XM Satellite Radio, and then they merged with Sirius. And with XM, I did hosting, co-hosting, mostly producing. So for 12 years, loved it. I did sports talk shows, entertainment talk shows, all kinds of different talk shows. So I have a lot of experience there. I didn't think I could, but that's where I wound up stopping. I love sports. I played basketball in high school. I like football, but I really got into it, and I was like, I actually liked it.
Speaking of Sirius Radio,
Mhm.
if y'all ever keep getting applications from Kaylee, she's only 13, so she can't subscribe. She don't have a car. She don't have a radio.
Oh my goodness.
Okay.
So
So we just switch over from radio to writing.
right. Oh my God. But while I was on radio, I got my real estate license. And I sold real estate for 7 years. I was killing it. I was doing it full time. I was like, real estate, radio, real estate, radio. I was having a ball. Then what happened? Market crash. That was like 2008. Like everything stopped moving. Everything. I remember having like 10 deals on the table, real estate deals, and gone. And I was like, no, what's happening? No, like everything stopped moving.
See, at least you actively done these jobs.
Right.
Talk to people before. And they like do everything you mentioned all at once. You know, and it's like, come on, man. Like, That's why I said a dose of reality.
No, you
Stop capping,
segue
as the
like
kids say.
right. I wasn't doing it all at once, but it's like okay, I was doing radio, and then I was like, I'm interested in real estate because I can watch HGTV all day, like it's a series,
Yeah.
like all day long. And I got my real estate license, and so I did that while I was doing radio, so I was doing them at the same time. But like I said, the market crashed.
You see, that's reality.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? But one time somebody was like, yeah, you know, I trim cats and cut duck nails and I do this and
Duck nails.
yeah.
Oh my
I
god.
deliver dog babies.
Wow. No,
God,
no,
damn,
see.
you just do it all.
I always had to look at it from okay, well, the radio was what I enjoyed, and at the time it was lucrative because Sirius and XM were paying you as a contractor, so
Okay.
it was like gravy. And then when they merged, this I said we're gonna pay you $10 an hour or whatever. I said, what?
$10.
So at that point, I kept doing it just because I loved it.
4 cheese and water.
Right. I kept doing it because I loved it. But like I said, I had experience hosting, co-hosting, and producing. So the producers saved me every time when they kept going through all those changes. And I just got to produce different things. But yeah, market crash, real estate market crash, and I was like, you know what? I'm sick of this grind, running, doing whatever. And lo and behold, a friend of mine, she was like, Nikki, I just got hired as a flight attendant. But she used to be a flight attendant prior to that. I was like, really? I like to travel. Let me see. Went and became a flight attendant. And trust me, I would say that out of all of this, that's the hardest thing ever. People think, oh, we just pour cokes and stuff. No. Training, it was like an American Idol audition. I went in the room, they flew me in after the phone interview. They flew me in, and then I had to go to Charlotte. Got there, it was like 120 people in the room.
See, I thought you just had to be a skinny thing.
No, you do have to, I'm gonna tell you how they check that without being discriminatory. But I went, it was like 120 people in the room, and they kept interviewing me. And then they made you do these drills, like they had a mock plane in the facility, and this is how they check to make sure you weren't too big. You had to walk down the aisle of the plane. You had to make sure your hips weren't rubbing the side of the seat. Wow. That's what they were doing, for real. Yeah, because you got to be a certain size. And then they had to check to see if you could crawl out the emergency window, the exit window. Yep. So you turn and you had to you had to turn and hold the window a certain way, throw the window out, and then you had to crawl out the window. That's the second way they check. And then the third way they check is you had to sit on the jump seat. The jump seat that you sit on, you had to make sure you put that seatbelt on without an extension. Because that then you also couldn't fit. So that's how they check without really doing it, and you just put it on a scale. But yeah, so you did all that.
You never saw a fat flight attendant. I'm just doing
I have, and I've worked with some, and I always wondered like how they still have that because we had to go through recertification every single year. You had to go through those drills again. You had to. The hardest part was learning those planes because we flew probably 14 different planes. You had to learn all of them, and then so I wound up getting hired. But after I got hired, then you still had to go to training, so they flew me to Phoenix, and I was there for 6 weeks, and you had to take all these courses, and I remember you could fail a test twice. After that, they sent you home, so you still didn't have the job yet. So it was the hardest thing I had to do. It was stressful, but it was a bomb. Got to fly everywhere, just meet all these different people, meet all kinds of different people, learn about different cultures. And so it was the best thing ever. And I actually got my degree while I was a flight attendant. How I did that?
Well, see, if I had a lot of money, I would buy a plane, right? Get a bunch of phony babies. We call it WOS Airlines.
What does that stand for?
Whores of the Sky.
WOS Airlines.
Yeah.
Mile High Club for real. Wow. So it was like Soul Plane on steroids.
Yeah, gentleman's plane.
Soul Plane on steroids.
Only thing I had to learn how to fly.
You wouldn't have Snoop Doggy Dogg flying your plane?
No.
You sure?
I wouldn't be safe.
He fell off. He ate a mushroom.
The funny thing is, when I saw that movie for the first time, it was before I was a flight attendant. I hated that movie. I'm like, dang, this movie's stupid. And then after I became a flight attendant, I watched it again. Funniest mess ever. It was so funny, especially it's like, all right, you seated in low class and you seated in low class and first class, and then low class they were passing around the bucket of chicken. So everybody take one piece of chicken. I'm like, really, y'all? That mess had me, you know.
But it's sad. It's sad because you feel like that's the real way to do things.
Yeah, it is. It is. It really is. So I mean, got to learn a lot while I was flying, and I knew that I wasn't gonna be doing that forever. But like I said, I did that for 10 years, loved it, and just basically said I have a lot of experience with different things, and I always loved kids. Always, I don't have any kids, but I have a bunch of nieces and nephews, godchildren. Just love being around them and love teaching them. And I was like, I would love to be able to share my experiences with the kiddos, especially our kids. I'm really passionate about our kids. Like if you told me, all right, you need to go to Fairfax and teach, nope, I'll quit. I'll go do something else because they don't really need my help.
So one thing about the flight attendants, did they ever go like rub the pilot's shoulders and everything like on TV?
Oh, trust me, the cockpit. That's why they call it cockpit. I did not. But there were several relationships that I know of that pilots have with other flight attendants, and it got so bad to the point where initially
it don't really be turbulent sometimes.
Oh, it'd be turbulent. But now, why the turbulence occurred, that's a different story. But you know, because they always say pilots don't do nothing. Because literally, there you go. So literally, like one day it was something wrong with the plane. I remember we went to Boston, and they tried to fix it, couldn't. So we had to make all the people get off. But for some strange reason, we couldn't take the people, but we could ferry the flight back. Ferry means we take a flight back empty with no people on it. So I'm like, so we couldn't fix it, and we couldn't take the people, but we can take the plane back empty to Charlotte. Weird, whatever. So because we didn't have any people on the plane, of course, you know, all the rules are out the window. The pilot was like, Nikki, you want to come up here in the cockpit and see us when we take off? I was like, bet. So it was totally different. We sitting up there and we about to take off.
Sitting there like, hey,
no seatbelt, no nothing. But it was just
co-pilot,
right. But that's when I first got to see. I'm like, pilots. I mean, they do stuff, and I'm like, pilots don't really do nothing. Like when they first take off, you know, they're taking off, but as soon as they lift off, they just push the autopilot button. So they do about 6 minutes worth of work. And of course, landing it, the plane can land itself.
And make about $200,000.
Yeah, the plane can land itself. We had to do that a couple times when it was like really terrible wind, and we were going back to Boston. And you know, the runway's short in Boston, and they got all that water around it. Just like Reagan is another interesting place to land, because all the water around it, and the runway's short. But yeah, it was too windy, so we did the plane landed itself. Instruments, you had to just shut all the phones down, everything, and the plane landed itself.
Tell me what happened when you got in the cockpit. I don't want us to skip that part.
Yeah.
Nothing happened. I didn't do anything. But I do remember staying in a hotel somewhere, and they normally try to keep all the pilots and the flight attendants on the same floor. I remember going downstairs to get something to eat.
And the pilot was in the room naked with his little hat on.
No.
He wasn't naked, but I specifically knew what pilot was in this one room, and I knew what flight attendant was in the other room. And I remember walking by, and they were getting it in. I mean, noise. I mean, headboard, everything. Like she's screaming, he hollering. I was like,
so Lord. You were one of the spectators.
Spectators. I witnessed a lot. I witnessed a lot. I've been on a red eye from Vegas, and at night, you know, I'm going through to clean the plane, not clean it, but check out the plane before I got off, and I look, underwear on the seat, Victoria's Secret. And they were like Victoria's bloomers though. I was like, what the what? Yeah, the people be getting in.
Girl got
yeah.
So you witnessed all this.
I witnessed it all the time.
And you never indulged in none of the fun.
Heck no, because I think I'm more of a germaphobe. I'm like, ooh, like I see all that stuff going on. No, I couldn't do it.
I've met females that said they were germaphobes and stuff like that.
And what do they normally do? Do they turn out to be germaphobes?
No.
Nah, I couldn't do it.
Still, you didn't tell me what happened when you got to go see the plane take off.
Hold up.
No, it was just an experience. I got to see the. I just
I thought he was going to like not have his clothes on or something.
No. I mean, I don't have pilots.
Dang, I was waiting for the build up of that part.
What? Ain't no build up. I done had, of course, people hit on me and stuff as a flight attendant. Like I would wear like different makeup or whatever, because that was actually part of the uniform. And I remember one day I had on like purple was my choice. I'm feeling purple lipstick today. Let's do that. And asked the guy, I said, what would you like to drink? He said, I like a rum and coke and a side of them purple juicy lips. I was like, it was an old white man. I was like, just nasty. But I mean, they hit on you, right. On your butt, stuff like that. I mean, all that stuff happened all the time.
Was he in coach or first class?
He was in coach. He was one row behind first class. Like he just missed first class. Yeah.
Nah, buddy, man, you ain't gonna get
But I know a chick. I don't know if you might know her, but she's a flight attendant. I'm like, how the hell did she get the job? Because she really looks like the guy on the Armor All bottle.
And that's odd because you would think somebody so plus size can't really that little
plus size.
That little seat. Oh, just ugly. I don't know, but they probably don't. Do they make the difference how pretty they are?
It used to. Now they've become a little more liberal. Because, like I said, when I started, well, they could never weigh you and say you were too heavy. But they could suspend you. Like, when you did your yearly thing, they could suspend you because, literally, if you can't fit on the seat, you're not supposed to be working. But I did see several flight attendants. Like, this one dude, he was so big, he couldn't even go down the aisle. He had to go sideways and scoop the cart. And he had to use an extension. So I was like, how is he still here? But they became more lenient. Like, they were strict. It's like you
rubbing the pilot's shoulder.
No, that's two rubbing shoulders right there.
Exactly. I mean, they might be right. They were more strict. They were like, okay, you gotta have like either French manicure or red fingernail polish. I hate red. Or pink fingernail polish. I hate pink. Or neutral or whatever. And I would always right. But I kept getting written up for because I had glitter or whatever. So they became more lenient with that. They were like, as long as they match and they're comfortable, you could do that. And tattoos, you had to make sure your tattoos were covered up if you had them. But they let the guys could wear 2 earrings. Like, it was stupid. It's like, you can't wear one, but you can wear 2.
Guys should wear 2 earrings.
Right, but it was
I don't think, man. Let me say this comment real quick before we go too far. When I had asked you to adjust the mic, Rodney Pierce told me, he said, she looked like Jilly from Philly playing with that mic. And if anybody knows,
his wife must be asleep.
I know. Hey,
his wife probably at work.
Hey,
yeah, you know the video we talk about.
You see, you gotta watch him because he might be home listening to the whispers. People meet so long.
That was so funny though because on the plane, people were always telling me I look like Jill Scott. I'm like, I take it. I love me some Jill Scott. One day, this passenger, when he was like, "Oh, yo, you look like what's that neo soul singer?" And I was like, Jill Scott. He's like, "No." And he was like, "No, I can't think of." I'm
Jackson?
like, I was like, "Wow, really?" Who? He said Millie Jackson.
Oh my God.
Right. And I was like, he couldn't think of it, so he went and sat down. He said, "I'm gonna think of it by the time I get off this flight." So this fool gets off the flight. He said, "I got it. I know who you look like." I said, "He's an Angie Stone." I said, "Don't get the off my plane. Where do I look like Angie Stone?" Where? I'm not saying she ugly.
No, I'm not saying she
where
ugly,
do I look like Angie
size,
Stone?
Her complexion, her lips are
nothing.
Like,
where do I look like Angie Stone?
Is her hair big or is her hair just real big?
She got a big ass face.
She do got a big.
She's a nice looking woman.
But it goes with her body, though.
Yeah, but I'm like, dude, are you high? I don't. Where?
Now, out of your 10 years of being a flight attendant, did y'all ever catch people masturbating profusely?
Like right in their seat.
I didn't catch them, but I saw the after effects. I saw the after effects. Like I said, the underwear on the seat, just, and I just like, yo, cleaners, I love y'all. That's not my job, but
so you saw the actual spider web footage after somebody
just nasty.
They shoot off.
It's just
they shoot off.
I've seen nastiness. Like I said, that being a flight attendant made me more of a germaphobe because I'm like, y'all some nasty motherfuckers. Y'all nasty.
Because I thought a flight attendants would have helped if they saw somebody.
Help? No. Some tissue? Do you offer them a magazine?
Like
what can they help them do?
Right. Here go some wipes. Here you go. Take them.
Some peanuts.
Can you imagine sneaking, masturbating on a flight, and a flight attendant say, "You want peanuts to go with that?" Yeah. I'd be like, "Man, if you ain't gonna touch me, mind your fucking business."
I had
the language.
So, no, it was crazy because I used to work first class a lot, and one of the things, especially if we did a long flight, I had to cook. So usually they always had the warm nuts in the beginning if you cook. So you warm them up first and give them the drink or whatever. And so this one guy was giving him his drink and he had already eaten his nuts. And I said, "Sir, would you like some more warm nuts, please?" He was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Damn it!" Like
he wanted a happy ending.
Right?
Yeah.
I was like, "Damn it!" I mean, you want some more of these? Like I'm trying to point.
Right.
He's like, "Yeah."
Yeah, like yeah. Put your hand down here. Real quick, shout out to JR Baby 410. Big Mike said, a man should not wear earrings. But I don't understand how you tell him you can't wear one, but you can wear two.
Right, I was like, what sense does this make? Does
like
wearing one mean something?
Oh, a genie got 2 earrings.
Does wearing one mean something? I don't.
When I was younger, I said, "Dad, do you remember Earrings? Fuck no. I never got one.
Mm-mm.
But a lot of men back in the day used to wear earrings.
But
Now,
one
They
though,
two,
still
I
wear
thought
them
was
now.
overwhelming.
Right.
They have like the big diamond looking.
right?
That's just-
And what do you call that thing when they have the big hole in their ear?
That look like spear looking thing, big circle.
Yeah, but
that
it's-
drops the ear. I
Yeah,
don't know what
but
it's
that big
called.
hole.
I
It's
know
called.
what you're talking about.
Looks
I don't
silly.
understand that, but yeah, it was.
It looks silly.
Yeah, I
It's
think
crazy.
Marilyn Manson shit.
You're going too far. You're going too far.
And then you
You're
can't
going too
fix that. After you do that, you can't fix
far. Yeah,
it.
your ear just hanging
It
open.
just look nasty. And
Yeah.
it reminds me that your breath may stink for some reason.
You just look
that just
dirty.
matches.
It just-
It
it
just-
match.
you just look dirty all the time. You do.
Big earlobe, your breath.
And
stinks.
missing teeth because I see a lot of Caucasians had their
Ugh.
ears like that.
Yeah, they
really,
do that a lot.
our culture started that in Africa. You must want to know.
Mhm.
We start
With
everything.
nose rings,
We start
all
everything.
that.
We start
that was-
everything.
You see more Caucasians with that big.
Yeah.
And it was like the more you could get in there in your lobe or your nose, whatever, that's showed great power.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't think they doing it for that. I think they doing it just because it looked like they did it and it looked good,
Mm-hmm.
Thought it was cool.
and they felt like they gonna take the cool.
Right.
Like, when
Until
Kim
you 50.
Kardashian got the cornrows, everybody was like, "This hairstyle should grow it out." And I was like,
Well,
"What?"
they did the same thing when Bo Derek came out. I'm telling my age. Bo Derek, when she come out the water and she running, and she had the cornrows, the white girl, and they were like, she brought this hairstyle. I was like, oh, we been what?
Right.
This been going on forever. Like I said, they take everything from us.
Actually, that hairstyle really was by what's her real name? Her name was Uru on Star Trek. The black lady.
The
Ahura.
black lady on Star Trek.
Ahura.
Yeah,
Nichelle Nichols. That's who I was
Yeah,
named after. For
Nichelle
real.
Nichols.
My
Oh,
mama
really?
liked Star Trek, so she gave me her
Her,
first name.
Pam Grier.
Mhm. She just died last year, I think.
Yeah. she
Ahura.
did. Yep. So we know everything about her. She said she gave happy endings on a plane.
Okay.
Oh, well,
She teaches school.
Mm-hmm.
Made love
Go
to
on.
the principal.
Hell no.
And now she says she's unfunky.
so we know a lot about her already. Let me, before we go to our topics, let me read this one somebody put in the group before I go to ours. A co-worker said he's been coming home from work for 10 years. His wife never asks how's his day, but he always asks her about hers. Is that normal?
No, it's not normal. I'm sorry. Was that for me?
I'm all you.
Well, yeah, you're here to
Listen.
answer.
Yeah.
It's not normal, and it's very selfish of her. How would you not ask your husband how he's doing?
But how did he allow it for 10 years?
Right,
And
so
you're
it's both
asking her about her.
Right. So it's kind of both their fault. He need to
Because,
say
like,
something.
how idiotic are you after the first few months that
You
you
got
would
a
say,
week
well, damn,
to
you
not
don't ask
ask
me
me
how
that
I'm
much.
doing?
Right.
You got a
Exactly.
week.
Right. A week.
If it's Monday through Friday and you don't ask me shit or whatever, what the fuck I got you around for?
Not to mention, he's asking her first.
Right.
He's asking her how was her day.
Right.
So what she say? Oh, it was good. Such and such did whatever, and she walk away.
In my mind, your day was filled with dick, bullshit, just everything stupid, and I'm gonna agitate you and create a problem.
She's lucky he even asked, because a lot of times men won't even ask how's your day, because most of the
Right,
time they want you
immature.
to leave them alone. Like, please hope she don't ask me how my day, because I just want to
Now I
sit
gotta
here
talk.
and be quiet and have my beer or watch my game or do whatever. So half the time, she lucky he even asked.
But
So
see, it depends, right,
Mhm.
on how a woman asks you how your day is, whatever. When your heart start beating bad, because I used to cheat back in the day and stuff like that. So like my ex-wife would be like, "Hey, how was your day?" Oh shit, she knows.
what she know, right? What she see?
You know what I'm saying?
She
Because
saw
like
her.
my
She
first
saw me
wife
at
was
lunch.
a private eye. So I'm like, oh,
We all
fuck,
are.
she done found something else out.
We all are.
You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, I always say that they should fire everybody at the FBI and hire all
He say
black
this
women
all the time.
because they will catch every crime in the world.
But the thing with me though, I never had to do that because I'm like, what goes on in the dark always comes out. I don't go looking for it.
I ain't looking for
Yeah.
nothing.
It always
But
shows
these
up.
days, I must say, and
It always
sometimes
shows
I
up.
hate taking the female side, but these dudes
Do the
are the
most.
super sleuths now. I saw it in your phone.
Mm.
Why you got a penis in there? Well, I think you're mad, bro, because it probably was bigger than yours. That's what it is.
That's my thing. And everybody always asks me, Veronica, why you don't want people to go through your phone? What you hiding? I'm not hiding anything.
Right, but it's none of your business.
Everybody, even everybody in the studio know my access code to open my
Right.
screen up. My thing is just that it's mine.
Right.
I've
Exactly.
had some kind of violation issues. Don't go through my phone.
Right.
If I'm on the phone, don't lean over
Right.
and see what I'm doing.
Exactly.
Because
And
then
it-
you're gonna make me turn it, even if I'm just texting my sister
Mhm.
back. I'm acting like now
Exactly.
there's something going on.
It's your personal space.
You
It's just
violating me.
it's just like you in the grocery store. You in the line. You paying for your stuff with somebody in your back. I got a problem with that. Can you back up?
Can you back
Why
up?
are you?
invading
Can
my
I
space?
finish my transaction? Why are you over my shoulder? Back up. Like for real, it rubs me the
Yeah.
wrong way quick.
Yeah,
quickly.
it's too
Stuff
much.
like that, I can be very immature, and to if you start questioning me and all that, I'm gonna make it seem like I'm fucking neighbors, everybody.
You just gonna blow up the store.
Like make it like somebody
give 'em
just
what they
left
want.
out. You know what I mean? I go buy a bra, throw it under the bed. Like you looking for shit?
You looking for
Hey,
shit.
look
Right.
at this.
You're gonna find it.
It,
Right.
it might sound immature, but honestly, you want to be like, you looking for something? Let me give you
Trust
something.
is
Right.
a big thing for me. Like, yo,
Yeah.
if I trust you, trust me.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't trust me, this is gonna be awful. You
Absolutely.
gonna lose
Don't
the
say
best
It's gonna be
person
awful, right?
Yeah.
you've ever met.
Right.
If I don't
By
like you
doing that.
anymore, everybody knows me. I'm going to just tell you, hey,
I don't
look,
like
I don't
you.
like you no more.
Yeah.
So what do you think about that though? Because people, as simple as that sounded, what you just said, some people just can't do it. They result to ghosting. They will ghost you before they just say,
On
"Hey, I
this
don't
show,
like you anymore."
we
I
pity people
hate
like
that.
that.
Right.
We pity people like that on this show.
How do you ghost somebody just because you can't just be truthful and be like, "I don't like you anymore. This not working. Whatever. Move on."
Or I thought I was gonna have sex with you soon that we didn't. I'm out of here.
Right. I mean, be for real.
Well, that's because nobody's truthful.
At all. I'm like, for real.
Yeah.
I have
Nobody's
friends
truthful.
who were friends for 20 years who were no longer friends because you can't be authentic. You don't like to be wrong. You can't say my bad. I'm sorry.
That's why the heading of this show is Dose of Reality. Because
And you
people
got
hate
the
it.
thing is you gotta tell people. I'm gonna let people know. Are we having sex today? No, I'm gonna go ahead and put it on out there.
Right. Right.
Because I'm telling you, when we do, being a Pisces, the sex can be the
Pisces.
time. The sex gonna be the time in your life. But you gotta work me up to that.
Mm-hmm.
Like when
'Cause
I
I'm
was,
already cool.
Mm-hmm.
So you're getting cool.
And I gotta
You
like
get
you.
what I'm saying?
now,
I gotta like
I
you.
agree with that. You're being honest. See,
Mhm.
me, back when I was out there, whatever, like, I asked up front. Yeah, hey, well, what we, we adults, bitch.
Right.
What we gonna do?
Why we gotta do it this way?
That's just part of the rule. You heard it usually. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, we can hang out and all this or whatever, but like Corey Holcomb said, I'm not getting no vagina at the end. It changed the date dramatically.
Yeah, because
You
you
know what I'm saying?
a lot
I
of times
really
when
don't
you're
want to
pulling
talk
out,
to you much now. I'm not gonna be phony.
Right. Because you like, what
If
am I gonna
that's
get?
what I want from
Right.
you, it's like an auction. You just make an offer.
let me go to right.
You need
Right.
something paid.
But my
It's
thing is,
something.
like you said, we're all grown. So if that's what it is, then that's what it is. But
Ask
people
me
be
so I
trying.
can say no. We can get this over with.
Right. Exactly.
It's childish to me to play games like, okay, if I meet you, you know what I mean, hung out with you, this, that, and the third, you telling me all these bullshit lies.
Mhm.
Because honestly, when you first hang out with a guy, I'm gonna let y'all in something. Sorry, fellas. All we hear is Charlie Brown teaching when you talking. Now, after we get it, it depends
You don't hear
on how
nothing.
good it is when we really start listening. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, when you move forward, that's why I always tell people like, yo, women can say whatever they want, but when it comes to relationship, the man really chooses if it's gonna be one of them first,
And the
and then
thing
the lady
is,
has to accept.
and she have to
Now,
accept
see,
it.
y'all saying, yeah, tons of these whores out here don't feel that way.
Well, that's because in their mind, a lot of women feel like sex rules everything. So if he wait, he gonna do what I say. If I give it to him right away, now I got him whipped. They think that the sex rules the whole situation. Actually, it don't, because
It
he
don't mean
can
nothing.
wait to get
It
the
doesn't
sex
mean
from you
anything.
and keep
And
getting
then
it from
bounce.
somebody else,
Right.
or he can get it from you right away and be
Mhm.
like,
Right. And
And
still
also,
bounce.
the thing that makes it worse, I try to tell somebody that before, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it doesn't matter when you fuck a guy because he's gonna do what he wanna do anyway.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm
Like
saying?
Miss
Talking
B
about,
said.
yeah, I don't have sex with a guy in 90 days. I feel sorry for you because
Right.
that's gonna be
Like Miss
90
B
days
said,
of
he's
you
getting it from
wasting
somebody
your
else.
time.
He's getting it
Yeah.
from somebody else. He's getting it from somebody else while he waits to get it from you. And then more than likely he's gonna bounce.
90
after that.
days, he may think you cool. And he already started. He like, yeah, I'm going to wake this. I'm going to fuck her. And now just because of that 90 days shit, I'm a dub. So ain't it better? So like, okay, you meet a guy, whatever, you vibing, shit happens.
That's the
And then
thing.
he just get the fuck away from you, opposed to waiting all this time. Now you starting to really like him because he's showing off, taking all these great goddamn dates and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And now you really like him. But I'm thinking this
And now
like,
he looking
I'm
at
playing
you
this
like,
part,
Right.
just get this, and I'm out of here.
or he get it and like, sex wasn't even worth the wait. Real quick, I want to read a comment that I missed earlier. Remember when you was telling us about how y'all had to switch the makeup, nails, and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Someone asked earlier, did your purple lipstick match the purple in the timeless sign behind you?
It
sure
must be
did.
Rodney
Yes,
Pierce.
it did.
Yes, it did.
It wasn't Rodney Pierce.
No.
It was Lump 0316.
Mhm.
What's
Certain
up,
people you
Lump?
gotta watch out with. And Lump and Rodney Pierce, there's two people you gotta
And I
watch
know
out.
how he said it.
Mhm.
Did the purple lipstick match the
But you already know how he talk. I know it did.
What did he say? Breaker 19?
Breaker
19.
19. Breaker 19.
What? Oh my goodness.
That's his thing. All right, so we're going back over here to the topic. The first question is there a rule as to, well, we just talked about this. Is there a rule as when to have sex when first meeting a person when you're over the age of 40?
No, absolutely not.
You don't have to ask me that. I mean,
The people want to know.
I'm just, I don't know, like you said, man, people put sex on a pedestal, right?
Mhm.
And that's fine if that's the way you think, but I feel sorry for you because it's so immature at this age that the main focus is you think that's going to hold somebody. You know what I'm saying? Sex is going to hold a person because there's always somebody greater.
Unless it's about you're doing it because of cleansing, but if that's the point, you shouldn't even be dating like that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And my thing is like, okay, instead of focusing on the sex, can this person help you fill out life insurance benefits? Can this person help you
Right.
run a business? Can this person help you with your kids?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Instead of focusing on
Making the
just
sex
the
the
sex
thing
part.
right now.
Yeah, because you know when you were younger, we all were
Yeah.
freaking off and stuff.
I mean,
like
because-
that.
Or not because of you thought that it'd make the difference.
Right.
Real quick, I'm gonna read some of the comments. Just Rhonda said, do what's best for you and still protect yourself. Rodney Pierce said, at this age, you should know all the traps and pitfalls. Proceed at your own adult discretion.
Mm-hmm.
Bobby Austin said, nope, have it when you want. Danny Dukes Hyman said, nah, but be comfortable in doing it. Don't be or feel forced into doing it because
Absolutely not.
of all this we grown BS.
Right.
You still have to BS. You still have to want it as well.
Absolutely. I agree with all
I
that.
agree with
But
that.
I mean, definitely, because I mean, I'm
Sex is
years old.
timeless.
Ah, look at what he did right there. Look
And
at that.
timeless, you know what it means. It's never ending, never fading.
Look at
never
that.
running out of time.
I will
Sex
say,
is gonna be what it is.
right. I will say, as you get older, yeah. I mean, do what you want, and like the
And
young
I
lady
apologize
said,
real quick because he'll make sure that I say all his comments. He'll come back again, which this is from earlier. He came back again and told me. Lump 0316 said, I also said she is stunning. You're stunning.
"Oh, thank you very much, Lump 06
0316.
316." I'm sorry, I can't see the camera. Thank you so
All
much.
right. Okay. Go ahead with your comment.
But I mean, I
apologize.
agree with everybody said. But the thing is, definitely, as you're older, I mean, do you, boo? Just whatever makes you happy, makes you happy. But again, make sure you're safe, and you got to check where you are in your life. Like right now, I'm just like I'm chilling. I'm just doing me at my own pace. Don't worry about. I know we're on social media now, but I'm not one of those people that check social media all the time, and I gotta post something every single day. Like I'm too busy. I got stuff to do. Right. So it's like I gotta tap out from that. So I'm like, don't worry about what social media is saying, what you should be doing, because half the people on social media and stuff and the pictures and stuff, filters, they line, they pose in front of a car that's not even theirs. I mean, enjoy life. I'm like, be on your trip. Send the pictures later. Like you can't even enjoy your vacation because you click.
Like I can't go
You
anywhere
just
with my sister
explained
without
day.
taking 50 pictures.
This is
All
a
day.
funky bitch. That's what you just explained.
I'm just like, I can't. But anyway, enjoy you, and you know where you are, or you should know where you are as far as in regards to sex in your life. And like for me right now, I have to be with somebody I care about. Like I'm like, how are you going to add to me? Isn't that what Lettucey said? How you going to add to me? Her song. What can you do? Like Big Tone said, how do you add to my life right now? Because that makes the sex better.
Because I'm telling you, I know on my end the sex is going to be good. I ain't even got to wait for
like,
that.
I'm good. I'm good.
I know I'm good. Because I'm not going to do it unless I want to. When I want to, yeah. But the thing is, once the sex is done, like I know if I have sex with him, I already know how good he cooks this breakfast.
Right.
Yeah. I know how clean the house is.
Breakfast,
so I know I'm about to watch a movie and lay back. Something else other than the sex need to be beneficial.
It has to be something else. It has to be something
else.
You
got good cheese eggs. You know what I'm saying? Is your house do it got good air conditioning and you got all the best movies.
Right.
It's like it's a number of things you gotta check. If the sex good but your house dirty, I don't even know you.
It's nothing like good head and a big breakfast.
Hey.
You know, the big breakfast with all the bacon.
All of it.
The dirty eggs.
I don't like the dirty eggs. I like the light eggs.
I want my eggs. To have the dirty eggs.
Please re-clean the pan. I need my eggs to be light skinned.
They need to be pretty.
Fluffy.
They need to be pretty.
Cheese.
Don't have the burnt butter on.
Avenue.
No, they be rolling down the. No, that's too
because
hard.
That's the type of guy that like burnt bologna.
Well, I like burnt bologna. I like burnt bologna. That's the only way I'll eat it.
I haven't since I've been grown. I haven't been into the burnt bologna. But one thing I do like is a Polish treat. Down the middle.
See, I don't eat none of that shit because I don't eat red meat.
But I will eat it. I will have that. But it's a lot.
Red meat I eat is coochie.
Lump 0316 said, clean the house up then. Well, the thing is, I'm not here for him to clean the house up because I know I can keep my house clean.
Exactly.
Therefore, you still ain't bringing nothing to me other than good sex. I'm not coming there to clean your house up. I'm telling you, I will tell people in a minute I'm at your house. Now I gotta get ready to go home. Why? What's wrong? You just got here. I gotta go to the bathroom.
Right.
And
in my house,
go there and clean it. No, if it ain't already sufficient. If I think I'm not like people always say women can squat. I cannot squat over the toilet. I wasn't raised like we could be out. My mother would be like, well, "Let me show you. We didn't do that." My mother had 5 girls.
Miss B got to take a butt naked shit.
But it don't gotta be. Don't do that, Tone. I don't gotta have all my clothes off, but I got a big butt, big hips. So I need to be able to not have my pants touching the. If you squat, I gotta hold my pants, brace myself. I'm too fat for all that
so
shit.
It's like riding a 10 speed.
Well, Miss V, don't ever go to Asia. Don't go to Asia. You're gonna have a problem.
Well,
they got a closet,
and for that reason,
and it's a hole in the floor. Literally, it's a closet and a hole in the floor. So your aim gotta be right. You literally gotta stand over the hole and pee in there.
No, see, I'm not interested. Thank you. I'll never need to go to Asia. But no, I'm just one of them people. Like I will.
Yeah. It doesn't take my. I'm very visual and very detail oriented, and you're a Pisces, so I know you are too. So slightest little thing could turn me off. I'd be like, "Oh, gotta go." It could be something you say.
That washcloth look crunchy,
right?
I always hated that. You know what I'm saying? So I used to be a cruddy motherfucker, so I was like, I'm taking the softest rag up here. Sorry, baby.
Even if it's somebody baby washcloth, I'm gonna use the softest one.
Gotta do what I gotta do.
So real quick, lump with the baby washcloth. Poor baby. Lump 0316 said, you let people use your toilet though, correct? I do. And actually, next to my toilet,
and I wipe it down.
Is a basin full of everything you need to grab. If you feel like you see something, spray it, clean it. Like my stuff is there.
Yes.
You need to use a washcloth or a towel. It's already right there in the metal pail. Get the linen you need. I want people to be just as comfortable at my place
as I should be at yours.
I know I'm overwhelming at other people's place. Like here, even here at the office, I need to let, like this morning I told Twin, well, check the toilet so you know I don't use the bathroom. But I'll clean it.
Right.
But I'm not going to use it. Lump said they done pissed on your toilet seat. And Lump, I guarantee you one thing for sure.
Ooh, I have
had a lot of people in my house, I don't go to the bathroom. I just don't go to the bathroom where there's been a lot of people. And if I do, like I just said, I got a lot of stuff in the basin right next to my toilet. it's getting clean.
You made me have a flashback.
So just because you pissed on my toilet, don't mean I'm gonna sit on it because it's my toilet.
You made me have a flashback.
You see it before you sit down.
This guy was dating years. It was like late 90s. He came to stay over my house, and he had come. He had come to stay over.
Come over there. Come over there.
Many nights, but this one particular night, he used to get up in the middle of the night and go to the bathroom. I didn't realize that. So he would get up, leave. The next morning, I'm like, why does my floor smell pissy? Like, what is happening? And that's, back in the day, you know how you had the rug sets, you had the one bathroom rug, then you had the one that trimmed the toilet. Right. Don't nobody do that right now.
I haven't.
I don't, just because stuff be getting in.
The set from Goldberg's on North.
It's actually not from Goldberg's. Thank you. It's from the match. Everything in my bathroom is plum and lavender and gray.
What? Okay. That was my old bathroom when I was in Charlotte. For real. We here. But yeah, so I kept saying, why does it smell pissy in here? Like, what is happening? So then I take the rugs up, wash them, put them down. And then a few days go by, and then he come back and he stay again. So I noticed when he left again, I'm like, why is my rug pissy again? I was like, this Negro is peeing on my rug. So he would get up in the middle of the night to go use the bathroom, wouldn't turn no lights on, and just all over the place. In the floor.
Last day?
Yeah. Lisa, I was going to say, I didn't see him after that. I'm like, I told him he was like, I ain't do that. Yeah, you the only one that did it.
The only one in here other than me.
Right, we broke up. I
can't do this. My son always say, why do I go off about the bathroom rugs? Because I like to buy expensive rugs. I'm going to wash them as often as I need to, and I need that fluff to come back every time. So I need to buy expensive ones. I can't stand a person that will piss on your floor. The toilet is right here, bro. You can actually take your hand and lean forward and brace yourself if you want to. But don't pee so much that you splash it on the bowl and it get on the floor, and then you walk out like you ain't even hear that, you ain't see that.
Nothing.
You see it.
Aim went by how much I liked you.
Disrespectful.
Like, if you said something dumb or whatever, and I'm like, I know I ain't never gonna see this bitch again.
You pee on that toilet.
Don't matter. Might be the same.
Oh no!
This is a younger me.
Oh no!
I was going to say this man is about almost 50 now. Like, tell me.
It was a younger me, man.
Oh, okay.
Like one of the ones you don't care about, man. You pull out, it go anywhere, and you get up.
I feel old now.
Wash up with the baby rag, go through her jewelry box and change and walk out like. Don't even lock the door. You leave out.
Like, Negro said he goes through her jewelry box.
You made me mad enough to just take your house keys and throw them across.
So she can find. Oh, she
terrible.
Really made
you angry.
And see, those are the ones. So, like I said, you wait so long and you hold out for sex, and I'm not giving sex.
And then you get
it. And then they get the sex, and they looking at you like. The sex not good. You can't cook. The house not clean.
You see, I was an honest guy. I would sit at the edge of the bed and tell him everything you said while I'm getting dressed. Like, you made me wait for this shit.
That's how you said it.
Yeah, because you ticked off by that time.
Oh Lord,
I apologize.
This was phony.
I'm seeing everything.
Because
my God,
a woman would ask like, "Did you like it?" If you gotta ask that, you know I ain't like it.
Right.
Just like a dude. If you ask you, hey, did you like me? Oh, I was my dick.
Well, you know what? I'm
dumb.
Most dudes don't ask. I'm
gonna tell you me. I'm gonna ask because I just like to hear a motherfucker say, yeah, that shit was 10. Let me pat myself on the back.
Well, for ego purposes, I guess.
For ego purposes, I'll ask.
I was always somebody
especially somebody like me
burning, so I ain't had to ask.
So if I happen to give you something, like, what was it like for you? This shit was, I'd be like, I know.
I always walked off like an action hero. With
not
the building burning in the back.
I love it, and I use that example.
Slow roll.
Hey, you
just
walk.
Slow roll. Just walk. You know what? That's fine.
Yeah, with the building burning, man. Like,
that is too funny.
You know?
You like.
Sometimes it is what it is. I'm going to just say, hey, to the person who was texting me as if the show not going on. That's what I'm going to say.
They lost track of time. They didn't know.
Our next question is, why does combining a family, meaning your children and his children, with a relationship will emerge, things go wrong so fast? This was an inbox question. I meant to put the word inbox.
Oh, that's a loaded question. It depends. It depends on why. Let's say we're talking about the guy. It depends on why the guy ended his relationship with his ex, whether it's a wife or girlfriend or whatever. Because most of the time, kids don't take that too well. So it depends on why that ended. And most of the time, that could have ended amicably, but the kids still don't care. They just want their parents together.
But the thing is, you know this person and that they have kids, and you should know their kids before you decide to say, "Are we gonna make this a union?"
Right.
Why do people allow the children to be the issue? So let me give you a bit of the example from the inbox.
Kids are jerks and selfish. That's all I gotta say.
That's definite, and you gotta know your kids
right.
and know that about your children. All right, so here's the inbox question a little bit without giving out all the details. The person, these people have been in a relationship for a couple of years, and they took the children out for an event, like just a family evening out. They at a bowling alley, so they ordered everything under the sun. I guess you get like party packs, so they had like fries and this and that and that and that and that and that.
I've been through this.
They left there. It's like 9:30 at night, so you know it's time for bed and bed. We kept y'all out all day, fed you everything under the sun.
Right.
But on the way home, they see that arches. All the kids can tell McDonald's from a mile away. See the McDonald's, and the child say, "I want to go to McDonald's." The father say, "You ain't hungry because everybody just ate everything." Ask the mate, "Are you hungry?" "No, I just ate the same thing y'all just ate."
Right.
Everybody else in the car good except for this one. And instead of saying okay, or can I get a sandwich when we get home? Anything, the child begins to kick, scream, "I'm hungry, and this is so mean," and kick, scream, kicking the car seat, wilding out. Which leads to the other person saying, "You know what, I can't take this anymore. I don't even want the kids to come over anymore." To me, that was like, ouch.
That sounds like some buildup from something. I mean, you gonna let that one
now I will say
outburst tantrum.
It wasn't the first time, so that was some buildup.
Okay.
But when you said that, you should have also said, "Because this relationship needs to end now because I can't take this anymore."
Now, in a lot of cases, it also the mate have build up, and it creates issues with your ex too, between them two. You know what I'm saying? So they'll get tired of the kid probably going home to the mother saying X, Y, Z.
I ain't
eat such and such, such and such. Then they caught. I had them calls before. Like I said, I've been through that blended family.
It depends, because kids are. It depends on what their agenda is. Like if they really don't want y'all together, then Tone
really
said,
to know he don't want to hear my mother mouth. So I'm about to tell her I want this.
That's why I say, over here on Instagram.
Kids can be interesting. Kids are smart. Kids are smart. They know how to get what they want.
They know how to set it off.
Right. So they enjoyed the day. They got to eat everything they wanted to do and da. So now they're like, "Oh, we almost home. The night almost over. Let me act a fool real quick because I'm gonna make them fight because I don't really want them together either."
And that's the thing with this particular couple. The children have always done that, which in turns make the mother act out, and then the mother acts out on the father. So like Tone just said, I did not call you an Atlanta rapper. Like Tone just said, a lot of the times the children already know what they're gonna do, and they know the mother gonna act out, and the mother know she willing to act out on this man. Who want that kind of headache? But also, sir, you gotta understand this lady ain't gonna keep taking this.
Exactly.
In my home, these kids gonna keep coming over here and basically bullying me because I gotta do it to keep you and your wife, the baby mother good. So these kids ain't running my house. Nah.
Now on the flip side, from a man point of view, it's hard when it's a female and she's really, really tight knit with her daughter. You know what I'm saying? And no man has been around this lady, and then you show up, you start dealing with her. The daughter automatically don't like you because so you getting in the way now. She like, "Damn, mom, I don't need no dick."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, we always slept in the same room and talked all night or whatever,
Now my dad won.
Like now he's in here sleeping with her and this, that, and the third. Now I gotta go in my room and all that. I mean, I've been through all that shit.
But the thing is, we know this before we get in a relationship that these kids and their other mother is involved. I refuse to years in still be going to the same stuff. For me, I'm just saying me, this is not a good idea. Before I be mean and not feed a kid, because to me, I'd have said, well, sit back when we get home, I'll fix you a peanut butter and jelly. We get home, I'll fix you a lunch and
Right.
You eat, but we're not purchasing
We're not
another
stopping
thing
again.
tonight.
Right.
That's just me. I want to cover the bases so you know you had the option to eat, but you still chose to act a donkey.
Right.
But I guess it was so bad that she felt like, look, you know what? But she didn't say to the children, but she said to him, I don't even want your kids over here. To me, that was a big thing to say because you just drew the line between you and this man and his children because now he lives in her house. So it's like, you saying my kids can't come over here. So, bitch, you saying I can't be here.
Like I said, that sounded like a bunch of buildup. Like she been wanting to say that for a while, and she just took the first opening she saw and was like,
fair? "That's not fighting.
It's not fair at all."
That's
it's
why
not.
I tell dudes, yo,
and
don't
she shouldn't
be
have had that
dumb
conversation.
And move in with no chick.
Right, but you shouldn't have had that conversation in front of them kids either. Let's talk about that. Like you should have waited until all the kids were gone and you had that conversation.
But I guess when you're so mad, how can you hold it in? Like if these children always this way, like you said, the build up. And it's like now, and then I'm driving, you kicking and curling on the back of the seat.
So was he just not addressing her behavior, the kids' behavior? He just
kept telling the child like you're not getting enough because you're not hungry.
Right.
Back and forth. So the child you don't even have authority over this child.
How old are these kids?
I don't know. I guess 10 and 13 maybe.
Get the fuck out.
That's way too old to be throwing a tantrum.
The one that threw the tantrum at least got to be like 10.
Me, I'm like, you beyond
walk. You can't be over 5 throwing a tantrum. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you get kicking a seat. Walk. I don't care about that.
Kicking a seat. Come on now.
No, you ain't kicking my seat and acting a fool. I refuse. But I also will not be the person who allow anybody's children to run the relationship.
No, absolutely not.
I'd rather just go ahead and tell a person it's not working.
Right.
This is not going to work. I'm not mistreating a child. I'm not, because he could be hungry. Some children just hungry all the time. I have a granddaughter like that. Some kids just want to eat something all the time. I get it.
Right.
But what you're not going to do is put me under the gun.
Right. But a kid 10 and 13 throwing a tantrum, kicking? Oh, no. No. I mean, he said, no, you're not hungry. Feed him later. But the whole tantrum, I can see how that could be a bit much.
See,
but like I said,
it depends on
he was like, no.
Oh, he didn't say I'll feed you later. He was just like, no, you're not hungry.
No.
Ain't no goddamn way my kids will be in no car talking shit about anything.
After I am the parent. I just said, you can't be hungry. I asked everybody else, ain't nobody in the car hungry. Sit back, boy. And you were supposed to sit back. Even if you said one more time, but Dad, I am hungry.
Right.
But you going to sit back. You don't even have no respect for the dad if you still act
kids
out.
Are different.
Kids are different. Yo,
kids are a little different
shut
now.
the fuck up. You ain't getting nothing else to eat. You want to go home with your mama? You know that bitch ain't got nothing in there.
Kids are different now. Like I told y'all right now, I teach 8th graders in Baltimore City. Okay. And I used to teach 2nd grade, big jump. And the level of disrespect, and I talk to the kids this way because I teach math, but I try to interweave some life in there. I'm like, y'all, when I was your age and they tune out, oh, Lord, here she go talk about I said, I'm just trying to tell you. I said, y'all, I'm not going to sit here and say I didn't act a fool when I was your age because I did, but I did it with my friends. You guys have no boundaries. You cuss all day long, up and down the hallway. Cuss, and they've cussed teachers. They haven't cussed me out because I think they know I'm a little crazy. But they have cussed other teachers. Like y'all cuss each other out. The guys, y'all always calling the girls bitches. The girls, you calling each other bitches. And now the thing is bro. It's everybody bro. They even call me bro. I'm not your bro. I said, y'all have no respect whatsoever.
And the thing is, it's not easy
around
to establish that if they ain't learned it.
Right, exactly. So I'm like,
science. I gave it up. I was like, no.
Exactly. And that's when I'm learning. I'm like, they haven't learned it. It's not, because it's not your fault. It's your parents' fault. I get it, but it's like, where do you even begin to fix that? But like the whole scenario in the car, when usually, first of all, we never throw. Right, we would have never thrown a tantrum because y'all wouldn't know me because I'd be dead because my parents would have killed me. But anyway,
right back there.
Right, right.
Off your face.
But the back talk,
not
none of that would have happened.
With my dad, we wouldn't even went fucking bowling. or whatever the
Right.
fuck they
Let
went.
alone bowling and all this eating out all
Right.
this variety of things.
Exactly.
We done went down Curl
'Cause
Park
you get
and
this
sat there and ate popcorn.
Right.
Fucking with
You get this spiel before. Don't ask for shit. You ain't getting shit.
That's
what
why I said
and they
it already
entitled.
comes from what the children know is going to take place. So for me, I wouldn't even have said something as harsh as I don't want your children back over my house. But I definitely would have said this relationship is not working and it's not a good idea.
she shouldn't have done it in front of the
I couldn't
kids.
do it.
She should have done it off in the privacy with them two
with the
together by
blended
themselves.
stuff, right? Like I said, I've been through that, and it's and the kids, the dynamics be real different sometimes because the way I was carrying my kids, not saying I was mean and evil, but I didn't do all the door-to-door type of stuff for my kids because I was teaching my kids how to build structure in their life, and everything isn't a given. But
Exactly. You gotta earn it. You gotta work for it.
with at the time, or whatever, it was more so baby fine. Her kids, or my kids, looking like, when is this lady gonna slap this one or
Right.
You know what I'm
Because
saying?
your kids coming in already structured,
Mhm.
know how to act. Hers is throwing hissy fits, and that's another way to already know this is unbalanced and it's not going to
Because
work.
couldn't-
Like why don't people
kids
know that limit?
They couldn't talk to their mother like that because she gonna slap the shit out of them.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. So how do you stay in a relationship with somebody who treats their children the total opposite? So now y'all go from dating and letting y'all
You
kids
don't.
meet
You get
to being in a
divorced on March
relationship,
25th.
and then y'all getting mad and wonder. I don't even know what that meant, but give me a second. Then you get mad because in a relationship when it get crazy.
Yeah.
How do you get mad? It was doomed from the beginning. The parent that I am is not the parent that you are. So we'll never make it because somebody's child gonna feel mistreated.
It's selfish people sometimes when you know it's not gonna work with these kids. Not saying that the kids dictate your whole life,
But
stuff
the kids
like that.
dictate your life.
But it's hard because I mean you're out here, you're dating, especially if you want to be in a committed relationship. Then I know people overlook some things, and I'm guessing maybe in the beginning they didn't introduce the kids to each other initially. They probably started dating, got to know each other, really liked each other, wanted to make it work, then brought the kids into it. So now this element that wasn't, I mean, it was there, but it didn't affect the relationship. Now it affects the relationship because now you bring the kids involved because y'all are serious about each other. So I can see because it's hard out here. Like I said, all the drama and stuff, you trying to meet somebody and get serious with somebody, people playing games, not being honest, not being authentic. I can see how you get into something. You really like this person, and then y'all serious enough to bring the kids into it. And now the kids, because you have different parenting styles, are causing a problem. And I can see how that's hard to deal with.
But the thing is, if you know you got kids, I got kids, right? You know me already because we've been dating and we're getting pretty serious. We decided to let the children meet. You already know if my parenting style don't match up with yours. Because we're going to have that talk. Like
You should have that talk.
That's something that we already talked about before our children even meet each other. We probably meet each other's children on a different base. But we ain't going to throw them in the mix together yet.
But it makes it even easier if the relationships with the people you had kids with is good.
That's the problem.
That too.
If you and the baby mama, y'all on a friendly type shit, taking care of the kids, the woman is on a cool shit with the baby daddy. Not that there's anything going on.
Yeah,
Right.
just cordial. Yeah, we're not in a relationship, but we have these people together.
You know what I'm saying? Like if it's a chick and you off the rip, you start talking shit about your baby father, he ain't this one. I don't even want to be because this is chaos.
Yeah.
Because if you're talking about him this bad and this much,
you got how many kids?
He still got his head
Right.
up in your vagina a little bit.
Somewhere.
You just don't know he do, but yeah, he left something in you.
Yeah.
I mean,
You know
that's
what I'm
tricky
saying?
because this situation, the guy and the baby mama, they may have a good relationship, but she may not be over him. She may not be over him, and you never know what she's telling these kids at home, and that's why they acting that way. Because
that's why I said
so it's hard.
It takes a
because he may be a
conversation.
good parent, but the baby mama, they might get along, but how she handles these kids and
So
that's
let me
something
ask you
totally
this,
different.
Nikki, do you have children?
No.
You not having children, and if you dated somebody that had 3 small children,
Which I have done before.
How does it balance out? Because they probably look at you like, well, she ain't had no kids. How she gonna tell mom what to do? Or you might overspoil them because you ain't used to having small children. How did that work?
For me, I'm straight old school. So I treated them all the same way. I'm like, I always had to work for everything I wanted.
Mm-hmm.
So it was never an over spoiling. I always kept in mind, like, I knew the parenting style of who I was with. So I kept that in mind. And then I had to first check to make sure, like, is it okay? Like, if discipline is required for something, are you okay with me doing that? Because I'm not going to sit here and let you act a fool just because you somebody else's child, you're not my child.
And that's basically what I'm saying. Y'all have to have these conversations
Absolutely.
first before
people don't
meeting.
talk. They don't talk.
And if
they
you don't talk, when the
See,
children
me-
get together and act out, everybody looking at each other like, oh, well, I didn't know they was going. No, you didn't.
If I got
You just
young
didn't say nothing.
kids and I met somebody like you, I probably wouldn't deal with you because you don't
I
have
was gonna say
kids.
that
Like
too.
you wouldn't.
But that's not fair. So you already
It's
not
judging
fair.
me.
It's
You
not
judging me.
But
fair.
at least he's being
Listen.
entitled to
Absolutely.
what's best for the
Absolutely.
situation.
But
Not
not
saying you would treat my kids bad or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But I know how the kids' mom is, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And they're gonna try to apply, man, this bitch ain't got no kids, she's such and such.
I get that. But
So
it's
they're
like,
well, where
it
did she
shouldn't be.
get skills from being a parent? 'Cause
Right.
that's
Right.
how we
'Cause they
think.
do that.
No, exactly.
You
I
know
got
what I'm
nieces,
saying?
I got nephews, I got godchildren, and I teach kids all day,
Yeah.
every day. So I mean, I never had a problem with
But
the kids.
teaching children, being around children, and having ones that legally belong to you,
And having one of these little fuckheads running
I
around
totally
in
get
your
it.
house
I
all
totally
day.
get
is a total
I
difference.
totally get it, but
It's a
in my
total
experience,
difference.
just about everybody I've dated has had kids. I'm blah years old. Everybody has kids, so I'm
You
always
just say blah, blah, blah.
yeah, I'm blah
Okay.
years old.
Okay.
So everyone has had kids. So I have yet to really be in a relationship where the person didn't have kids.
Mhm.
So it's nothing for me to deal with kids. And normally I don't have a problem with the kids. If the kids were older, they the ones that will give you kind of a problem. They kind of test you a little bit.
For real?
The older ones.
Like how older?
17, 18.
Girls.
Oh, the girls give me the blues.
Yeah.
The
yeah.
girls that I
She ain't
teach
taking
now,
my father. Who
I
you
want to fight all the girls in my class right now, like all of them, just real quick, because they won't shut up. They got mouth all day.
Those are not
The-
words from the
the-
big tone who's affiliated with
The
Catholic
guys,
Church.
no,
Thank
the
you.
boys, literally, they might try me a little bit, get out of pocket, and not correct them. They're like, "All right, Miss B, we cool, my bad," and they straighten right up. Them daggone girls
Oh, they gonna keep on going.
all day
Just
long,
because you took
until
a
they
breath,
need something.
even if you ain't saying nothing back, you took
all
a breath,
day.
they cut up. I'm just saying
Absolutely.
for the sake of the topic and that somebody called them with the topic. I just want you to understand that know what you're getting into before you walk
Mhm.
into it.
Had a
These
conversation, y'all.
kids has been the same kids years before this. That was very harsh to say, I don't want your
Right.
child back over my house. To me,
can't.
if I was him, I think me and my kids would have left that same night.
You can't be
When
together if you say
shit,
that.
you really don't love me because you don't respect
Right.
me.
You don't
right
love
now.
or respect me or my children.
The
at
relationship is
all.
over. It's
You-
over.
There's no way you're that upset in this moment that you say they can't even come back to my house.
Right.
There's been a lot of shit brewing, and
Mhm.
you know, and I have my middle son is 20 something now,
Mhm.
but I still know he's a tester.
Mhm.
You come in, he gonna look at you. So how you doing?
Boys gonna do that about their mamas for real.
Yeah, but the thing is, I still don't even have nobody. If I didn't, somebody I've known for years, yo, my
Right. Still, it
don't
doesn't
even- I
matter.
don't even want
But
you to
see,
It doesn't matter.
females know what they can get away with certain dudes. I say this all the time. A female not gonna say certain shit to a real nigga. And you ain't gonna tell a real nigga you don't rock with his kids like that. You don't know what he might do to you. You know what I'm saying?
my children. You just told me my children are welcome back.
Like I say, my kids
Oh,
are
you
the
got
best
kids?
thing that
You
I
lucky.
ever
Let me get my
done
kids.
in
All right.
my life. So if you don't
And
like
that is
my
your
kids,
representation of you.
The relationship
You
is
don't
over at
like
that
me.
point. That's a package deal. You got kids.
To me,
I mean, you can't.
it's no way
It doesn't
you can
work.
say that and think that anything about that was okay or I was just me and my feelings. No, the best thing for you to say when you feel like that is, look, this relationship is not working. After everybody get up in the morning, I'm gonna need y'all to pack your things up. It's really not negotiable. I'm actually done with this relationship.
Mhm.
Just say it.
and
But
like
say
with
it away.
Maurice, like
Say it away
If
from the
he
kids,
can't
though.
get $30 up off you, he ain't gonna like you anyway.
My son is a tester. He'll do that.
He gonna get me a sub. I don't like this nigga, man.
But at the same time, I know my kids. Not
Such
everybody I
a
know.
asshole.
That's just how he is. And then he probably will come back and be like, "You cool, but did you take the trash out for her?" Like one of those,
What?
one of those
I
kind.
got it. Don't worry about it.
I got it. I just want to see.
I
what you
like
gonna
that
take the
though.
trash
I
out
like
for.
it. I like it. Good for
My
him.
oldest son is silent, but then he'll come. He'll take the trash out. He'll just see. If
Right,
there
he
was trash
observing.
in there.
Right.
This man was here. Did he even offer me?
Right. Right.
Or he'll come and be like, "Ma, you got all this trash in here?" And just to see if the
Make a point.
person will say,
You
"Well, let
respond.
me get the trash for you."
Right.
He just want to make
I
it
like
known.
that.
I see my
I like
my
that.
son Roger, that's how he was. Really.
I like
Man,
that.
you need to get this nigga out of here. He ain't doing shit.
I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. And see, I'm not one of those.
Yo, this
Come live
nigga
with
can't
me
cut the
anyway.
grass.
Right.
I don't
And he
want
go out there and
nobody
cut the grass and be keep talking about it. Oh, the fuck you got a nigga in there. This
I like
nigga
that.
ain't-
and see, that's
I
now
like that.
Rodney would do that.
Trash ain't out. None of this shit.
Rodney will come,
like
he'll
it.
cut the grass, he'll take the trash out. He'll say later, "Man, you know, he don't need to be in there." He walked past this walkway. How many times your grass this high? How many times he was in here?
He
And I know
cooking
he had
eggs
to-
like Melvin up in there.
No, don't. Rodney is like, no. My oldest son will do anything and everything in the world for me before I be with somebody who's not worthy of it.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, man, you don't need nobody.
Raise them right.
Man, you don't need nobody.
That's
Go
how it's
ahead,
supposed to be.
this. I got that, man. You.
Just as
You
a,
fine.
how does he add to your life? He or she add to your life.
That's just
Period.
Like with Tone, youngest son, even he called me weekly. You good? Everything okay? Do we need to put anybody out?
Right.
I
All right,
mean,
I'm here if you need me. Like, cause when you
at
had
your
them
age
established
now-
at that setting,
Mm-hmm.
they know what respect.
And plus,
is.
we talk about this shit all the time. Like, at your age now, it has to be a benefit. Relationships, friendships,
Some kind of way.
situationships. Like, what's the benefit? And I'm not talking about fucking. You know what I'm saying?
Because
like,
no,
the
how
sex
do
is
you
not
add?
that big of a deal for me at this point.
Yeah.
No.
I done cut dudes out my life. Like, oh, what's the benefit of being friends with you?
Mm-hmm.
You benefit off me,
All day.
but
Had to cut some folk.
Especially with, and I'm not tooting my own horn, but BP, you know, getting me if you say you'll benefit business wise, and then you benefiting sexually, then I'm cool, so we tripping. Then I'm good at mental health, so you talking, Bob, you can throw stuff on me, and I can give you a good point of view. You benefit across the board,
Right.
but you can drop by and don't take the trash out. There's no point.
Right.
You getting
It's
too many
lopsided.
benefits.
It's lopsided.
That's why when I'm in
You
business
doing,
with people, yo, I
people
can. I
taking.
could be the best sister in the world, but we ain't going to ever sleep together.
but see,
And if I slept with you before, we won't sleep together again.
and see,
Right.
you could be
I ain't
dealing
mixing
with
this shit up.
somebody and you just look at them. But then when it get to a point where you gotta look at them,
Like you really see him. Mm-hmm. It's like all of a
then
sudden they turn the lights on.
stuff
like,
start
oh.
getting in your head. You know what I'm saying? And you really looking at them, and then
Because when you gotta look at it,
things just happen
Right.
to come your way, and oh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you a silly motherfucker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And that's when you start really, which people don't understand. Like, yo, and I always say, yo, if the flag is red, don't try to make it a
Right. Stop
diluted,
ignoring red
put
flags.
bleach on it.
Stop trying to make it pink.
And I used to think that it was me.
Don't
so I would think
ignore
that
the red
red
flags.
flag, just because of trauma in my life, I always had a wall up the size of Mount Everest. And but I had to like, is it really red, Veronica, or you being extra? But now to me, it's red. Yup, it's red. I ain't gonna be able to.
Oh yeah, that's
average
because you're
shit.
working on your discernment. And the thing about that is now I used to always question, be like, oh, I got a funny feeling about this, but I'll keep questioning. Now I don't question it. If I had a funny feeling about it, I don't even have to know what it is. Like something about you ain't quite right. I used to try to go figure that thing out. I ain't figured it out
and that's
now.
what I'm about to
I'm
say.
just like, something ain't right. I'm
Chicks
bouncing.
are famous for
I'm not
pulling up
trying-
to a nigga house with a toolbox
no.
like Roto-Rooter.
I'm gonna
No,
fix it. I'm gonna do this.
never
and then
do-
do that. He
no.
gonna
Go
be good.
to
No,
his
sis.
mama house.
No,
Like
A lot of
Keno
times you
can't fix
always
'em.
say,
can't fix
Keno
anybody.
always say, like, yo, stop moving niggas in your house.
Mhm.
Show
Can't
this
fix 'em.
nigga how to get himself an apartment or some shit like that.
Now I'm gonna do. I can help you do that.
Do
I can
that.
show you how to do that.
That's
And
beneficial.
then you can't maintain that. It's no working.
Yeah.
There's nothing here. Real quick, Rodney Pierce said to you earlier, Nikki, she learned from her parents and grandparents have children doesn't make you. Oh, I guess it's me. Having children doesn't make you a parent. It makes you a breeder. And we all understand that just because you have children don't mean you're a parent. You cannot
Absolutely.
have any children of your own and still know how to be a parent. So yeah, it does make a difference. But I just want to say, when you get to the point of the relationship where you look at the person's children and like, I don't know, it's time for you to let that person know that the relationship isn't good.
I mean, case in point, I tell you right now, my mother probably shouldn't. Well, I'm glad I'm here. She shouldn't have had kids because she wasn't mentally prepared. She had me and my older sister, and luckily, my dad is a person who stepped up. My dad would braid my hair. He took care of us, and then he married, and we had other. I have other sisters.
That's the kind of dad I am.
But I mean, my dad, luckily, he was that dude. Because what if he wasn't that dude? Then there's no telling what would have happened. Yeah. But mama, she had other stuff going on, but she shouldn't have had kids because she was just not around. Way. She didn't have that maternal.
My parents were slick. I'm just saying, like, my parents was the shit. I could never, and I said all the time, yo, all the goofy shit I did, I could never discredit my parents, and Keno say the same shit about his parents. You know what I'm saying?
What
like,
I did in the streets is what I wanted to do.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yo, my father worked every fucking day. Our lights was never off. I wouldn't say we grew up fucked up and poor.
Right.
No, we went out.
I know what that is.
We went out of town.
Southeast DC. My dad was smart enough that after like I said, my mom wasn't really there. He was smart enough when he met someone else. He was like, yo, we can't stay in Southeast DC. We got to get up out of here. Yeah. And he got remarried and moved us way down Newport News, Virginia. Like, he got us out of here.
Completely out of there.
Yeah, and so then.
That's when my father first started making babies at Newport News, Virginia.
So, I mean, absolutely. It was totally, like, now they call it Bad News, Virginia then, but now it's, like, totally different. It was an amazing place to grow up. But we went from the hood, Southeast DC corner store to a house with a big yard. Like, I think I was shocked, culture shock. We had white neighbors. Little girl come, want to play? Let's play in my garden. Me and my sister like, what? Like it was for real. It was culture shock. Now all of a sudden I got all these white classmates, and I'm used to it being all black classmates. Now it's 4 of us in here, and the rest white kids. And I mean, it was culture shock. But my dad was like, we got to remove you from this environment because we were fighting all the time. You had to.
I just feel like anybody in any situation. If you are with someone and they got to second guess how they feel about your kids or like frown their face up, you need to leave the relationship right then. Even if it's not your children.
Because it's a package deal.
Kind of frown your face at that kid, go ahead and go. Because mentally you are already prepared. Like, I don't even like this little motherfucker. But I'm in love with him, so I'm going to go ahead and stay. No, because eventually you're going to find yourself mistreating that child. Don't stay in a situation. Don't tell a person because they live with you, their kids can't come over. You're wrong.
That's just not gonna work out for you.
In the relationship and go ahead on. We're gonna wrap up now. This has been Straight Talk with your girl, Miss V in the building. We got Miss Nikki and Big Toe.
The whole Arsenio Hall.
She just did the Arsenio Hall.
In the house.
Yes, y'all.
No, hold up. Remember on Living Color when Kid Larry Wayans was
that big
Arsenio?
Finger, like, that big finger. And the finger was this big.
Flip.
Yeah. The finger was this big. That's
what everybody with this age.
That's when TV was the greatest. Come on, Tommy Davidson in the hammer pants.
Now you got so many apps, you don't even got
oh my God.
Just cut right there the whole season.
Tommy Davidson in the hammer pants. When he said,
Tommy Davidson was hilarious.
Oh my God. Everybody.
Tommy Davidson, Jim Carrey, Jamie Foxx.
Oh my God, that's Wanda.
Showed you like the funniest.
Yes.
Stuff.
It birthed a bunch of stars. J-Lo, everybody came from A Living Color. Yeah. Don't play with it.
So don't play with it, y'all.
Don't play with it. Don't play with it.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Hey.
That's Timeless JMH Studios. In effect, keep it locked all day because we got literally shows all day today.
Hey.